Tell us a bit about yourself, like what you did before coming back to Romania, just a little bit to get to know you better.
Okay, so I'm Angela, I'm from Spain. I'm 22 years old. I studied social education and now I'm studying social and cultural anthropology. Before coming here, I volunteered in my city in different organizations. I also worked in one NGO that is helping refugees. And I did my internship in my degree with drug addicts in the center. And I decided to do volunteering a European service because I wanted to experience, I don't know, like I saw the project and I applied for this project because I liked the topic and how they were working in the hospital.
So what were your expectations before coming here?
Well, when I applied, I didn't know I was going to be chosen so fast. So I didn't have time to expect too much. But I know that my fears were regarding to the people I was going to work with. For example, with kids, because I've never worked with kids before. And just the fact that I have to give a lesson with 30 kids in another language in another country and with a topic I've never worked with, that it's prevention, anti-tobacco. And yeah, this scared me quite a lot.
But you managed. I mean, I think you did a very good job in the end.
Yeah, at the end was okay because I prepared the lessons and all the activities I had to do, and yeah, we were here about the lesson plan and yeah.
It's usually a bit weird when you expect something, but then something a little bit different happens. But this was part of the challenge, I guess. Do you think that you will take it back with you and maybe use the methods that you learned in Spain?
If I have the chance to work with kids and prevention, of course. And we also did in the project a guide for teachers and parents, anti-tobacco, and I think it could be useful if I find a place to promote it in Spain.
Okay. So I know you've been working very hard on the guide that we created. Do you want to share a bit about the process and the mission of the guide?
Okay. Well, we created in the organization a guide for teachers, parents, and youth in general that wants to learn a little bit more about tobacco. It's an anti-tobacco guide, and there you can find many kind of activities and resources to speak about the problems that tobacco causes, and also to work with the prevention part. But it's also not only for adults, but also kids can search and watch the videos that are in the guide.
Okay, so basically it's friendly for everyone, from grown-ups to children, and because I think it's a very important thing that we kind of created together. You did a lot of work for it, so I think that it's very important for people to know that the guide exists and that you can find all sorts of information and methods on how to work in the anti-tobacco activities with children. Do you think that maybe, because we will have a Romanian version and an English version, do you think that maybe we could also have a Spanish version that we could...
Yeah, it could be useful, but we need to check where we can promote it. Because me alone, I don't know where it can be interesting, like which collective or where to upload it for people to see it. And how do you see the project, at least the new trend? Like, why did you decide to join, and what was your expectation and fears?
I decided to join mainly after meeting with Eugenia because I liked the way that she works. Then of course meeting the volunteers and seeing how much energy and motivation they had. I thought that it's like very suitable with what I need to work with people who are motivated. And I think that this is how you make a change. Working with young people who actually want to do something. So this
So, Theo, tell us what is your work here in the hospital?
Well, my work is mainly working on the quit line. Like people call, they find the telephone number on cigarette packs or on the internet and they call. And we offer counseling, psychological counseling over the phone. We also do some face-to-face counseling for people who want it. So mainly it's about psychological counseling, evaluation of level of addiction and psychoeducation about what happens when you smoke, what happens when you stop smoking.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm like very, very fond of, what I really like is working in the youth part, as I did with you and your colleagues, like trying to come up with new methods to teach to youth workers to implement.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like working with youngsters and children is the most important part.
The prevention part.
The prevention part, exactly.
And how do you see the situation in Romania regarding with tobacco right now?
For the time being, it's not a very good one, of course, because we have quite a big percentage of people who smoke. But I think it's starting to be a lot better since we have the anti-smoking law that passed in March. And we have a huge coalition that is called Romania Breeds. And basically it has under the wing of Romania Breeds, we have a lot of NGOs and advocacy and decision makers who are fighting against tobacco. The first step was, of course, the anti-smoking law that passed in March, but now we have a new project, which is 2035, the first generation without tobacco in Romania. So basically things are going really well, I would say. I mean, the quit line is ringing non-stop, which means that people really want to quit.